Hello everyone, welcome back to the Opulent Life. This is Ozzy here again, and today we are doing a perfume gift set review. This time it's going to be for the female collection. This is the Versace Dylan Blue for women. And instead of doing just a regular perfume, this time it's a actual gift set, which was bought for a great deal at from Saks off Fifth Avenue for $100. Yes, this entire gift set for $100, and I'm going to show you guys the contents, do a complete unboxing, and you'll realize how fantastic of a value this really is. So let's just briefly look at the box. You have this floral pattern on the top with blue, black, and white coloration. You have the Versace emblem in the center in gold lettering font. And then this is just the outer box. It has Versace on the top part. Very nice presentation. As you can see on the back, it lists the contents. So what are you getting? You are getting a full-size bottle, a travel size bottle. This is 100 mils. The small size is going to be a 5 mil. And then you have a body lotion and a bath and shower gel with it as well. So you're getting 4 items for a price of $100 with a full-size fragrance. Tell me if that's not great value. It definitely is. Bottom side, you just have Versace repeating again. The sides are basically left open. So we're going to take this outer box out for a minute. It's going to be a little bit hard to do, but here we go. You're going to slide it off here. There we go. And then the inside box is identical to what was shown on the outside, but on the bottom you just have this black cardboard. And we're going to take this outer box off too now. And then what do you have inside? You have some paper here, and then here are the contents. So what do we get? This is the full-size bottle. Let's take this out. There you go. Very nicely designed, beautiful bottle. I admit I expected more blue coloration, but it looks really dark. It looks black, but it's actually, if you can see in the corner here, it is actually very dark blue glass. And also guys, to note, I have used the men's version of this Dylan Blue a very long time ago. And if you check one of my most earliest videos, you will see the review of the men's version, and that one was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. There's no reason why this one is not going to be good. You have this beautiful gold classic Egyptian style potion bottle, I would say, and has a very nice design to it. On the top you have the classic Medusa head on a black background. Feels like I'm pretty sure this is plastic, but it has got a nice gold color on it. You have the Medusa logo on the glass bottle as well. Okay, so we're going to examine this in a second, but let's look at the other stuff also that you're getting here. You're getting this 5 ml travel size spray. Let's take it out and see what it looks like. There you go. You have a micro version of the same bottle. This one does feel like, this is not glass, this feels like plastic. So let's see, is it an atomizer? That'd be really fantastic if it is. No, it's not. So it's one of those that you take a little bit and then you just put on your skin and rub it together. So it's like an oil type applicator. Not a big fan of those, but I guess, you know, it can work for ladies because they like to dab fragrance on their wrist and rub it together at times. So I guess it could work for that application. But otherwise, very nice design. You can see the light is nicely reflecting the blue onto my gloves here. So very good. Let's put this back in. Okay, this tells you the contents. 5 mils, not to be sold individually, made in Italy. Cool, very nice. Okay, you have 2 other things here. One is a body lotion. I'm assuming it's the same scent. Okay, this is what size? 3.4 ounces. Very nice. Okay, And then we also have shower gel. Plastic cap, easy to apply, easy to close. Very beautiful. You have the Versace classic design going all across. So even the body lotions are very nicely designed. Now I don't see any secret compartments in here, so that's pretty much it. I'm gonna put this back in, and then let's just continue with the bottle for a little bit. Okay. By the way, guys, quick wrist check. Wearing my Omega Speedmaster Moonwash series, Mission to Mercury today. All right, so coming back to this now. We've examined the bottle. We know it's made in Italy. We know it's got a fantastic design. And once you open it up, it says Versace Dylan Blue in laser etched font here, as you can see. Okay, laser etched font here, very nice. Now I'm going to apply a little bit and see. Okay, decent atomizer, not super robust. Cap has a nice click. Oh wow, I can already smell the fragrance, and I'm telling you, it has nice, beautiful notes to it. It is definitely very fruity and very floral. Has a nice lift to it. I can smell the projection. Even if I place my arm very far away, I can feel the projection coming off of it really nicely. So it's definitely fruity and floral. Those are the top notes. I'm getting a hint of rose in there. So it's also very fresh, very nice, emanating very beautifully. Classic, you know, I'd say this is a merger of old school with new school fragrance styles for women. It's not, so this was launched in 2017. So this is not like super current by today's standards. However, it's a very nice blend of classic meets modern. So what that really translates to is that it can work in a lot of different occasions. And I'm going to explain that in a second as I come to the middle notes and the base notes. I'm going to let it sit for a little bit on my wrist and see. So let's look at some information on this fragrance itself and see if there's anything important to discuss. So yeah, so we certainly have, let's look at the note breakdown, and then we can tell from there. So the perfumers behind this fragrance, Dylan Blue, are Khalees Becker and Natalie Garcia Cito. I'm hoping I got those names right, but let's look at the official note breakdown and see if we agree with that. So they're saying that the top notes should smell like Granny Smith apple. Well, I'm certainly getting some hints of apple in here. It's very fruity, so I do agree with that. They're saying blackcurrant. Yes, I agree. Blackcurrant is certainly there. Clover. Not sure about that. I'm not 100% sure if I'm getting clover notes. Forget-me-not and shiso. I would say those are present in certain amounts. They're certainly there, but not the hallmark. Apple and blackcurrant seem to be the top notes that I can actually detect. Now the middle notes, if I smell deeply enough and wait for it, they're saying there should be some rose hip, rose, jasmine, and peach. I have to say all of those are there. I'm not getting a jasmine touch right now. Maybe after it dries down, I'll be able to detect it better. And then Petalia. I'm not sure what that is, but these are the middle notes, and for the most part I agree with what's present. I can certainly detect that. Jasmine might be there, but it's not coming out as strong, which is a good thing. I'm not a huge fan of jasmine, but this is a lady's fragrance, so I beg to differ. They may have a different different opinion about it. And then in the base notes, there's musk as a background. I can certainly see the musk being the backdrop, backbone of that's holding all these notes together. It should have patchouli, styrax, and whitewoods. Whitewoods, yes, I can see that whitewoods could be present in here. Patchouli, not getting that so much right now. Styrax, but let's wait and see if those emanate a little bit further as time passes. But what else can we talk about here? Let's see. Let's look at some of the reviews that people are talking about and see if we agree with those. And then, but before we do the reviews, let's actually talk about projection, sillage, and strength. Now, so it's been on my skin for about a couple minutes now. Hasn't been too long of a time. But I can see that, so this is projecting pretty fast. And I think that when fragrances project this fast, they don't tend to last very, very long. However, I felt the same way for Versace Dylan Blue for men, and it did actually, it was surprising. Now this is also, so this is, let's see, what is this thing? Eau de Parfum or Eau de Toilette? So this is Eau de Parfum. Okay, so Eau de Parfum should be stronger than Eau de Toilette. Okay, so now the men's version lasted about 8 hours. Practical experience, went through the entire bottle. It did not lose strength. 6 to 8 hours was like a minimum. Could last even 10 hours as well. So that being said, this one does smell different. It has a different note profile. It does not smell anything like the men's version. The men's version is very, very different. And based on how this is projecting, scientifically speaking, I would think that the projection is going to be very robust first 2 hours. It's going to start dying down. Then technically speaking, after 4 to 5 hours, this should turn into a low projecting, sitting closer to the skin type of scent. And then it'll stay like that in a moderate to low intensity for about another couple of hours. And then by 12 hours, it should just turn into a skin scent. That's what technically it should behave like, considering how it's behaving right now and what the note breakdown is, and the fact that this is an Eau de Parfum. I would subtract a couple of hours from that time for each of those categories if this was an Eau de Toilette. So, like, remember I said after 12 hours it turns into a skin scent? Well, if this was Eau de Toilette, I would say after 6 hours it turns into a skin scent. But it's not. And it's going out, it's lifting really, really fast. It's projecting very, very fast. So it's going to fill up a room when you enter, provided that you applied this within the last 45 minutes to an hour. As 1 to 2 hours pass by, projection is going to start going down, down, down. And you're not going to get as much projection after that time. After 5 to 6 hours, it's going to go down even more. And then it'll slowly turn into a skin scent by 12. That's how it should work. Now, if this is an exception like Dylan Blue for men was, and I'm wrong, then the projection times can continue beyond what I just said. And it will not be a skin scent at 12 hours. It might still project a bit. And after like 16 to 17 hours, it might actually turn into a skin scent. So that's kind of what I experienced with Dylan Blue, the men's version. I know that's kind of a stretch and a little hard to digest, that an Eau de Parfum or Eau de Toilette can last that long. It can happen. Maybe it's just my skin chemistry. I'd react differently to it. I don't apply too much to my clothing. I apply a lot to my skin. I do apply some to my clothing, but not much. So it's not the fabric. And I went through an entire bottle and behaved exactly like that. So that being said, so exceptions do occur. And I'm not saying that this will last the same amount, but there's a possibility because it shares some DNA. On a chemical level, perhaps, not on a note breakdown level, it's not the same as what I have seen before. So, it doesn't smell the same, so it may not behave the same. But if we go by the chemistry and the fact that it's a similar brand, a flanker of the original, it could be 17 hours. One thing I can tell you, this is not like a light scent. It's not a light scent. So in terms of projection, I'm getting very robust projection right now. It may change. Typically, those fragrances that project very strongly in the beginning, they tend to die down faster. So I'm gonna give an average projection rating of this being somewhere between moderate and strong. I'm not gonna say it's super strong. I'm gonna say moderate to strong, just to balance it out. For the first 1 to 2 hours, I would say yes, strong. But I'm giving it an average rating of how it's going to behave during the entire day. So for that reason, moderate to strong is what I think. Sillage is going to be very strong in the beginning, and it will stay strong for, I think, 12 hours at least. It's going to be very strong. And if it's like it's men's version, Sillage Mistress, super strong for 17 hours. But if it's not, and it's going by, if we judge this on its own merits, I think Sillage is gonna stay as a strong scent for the duration of 12 hours to 16 hours. And if I were to, now by comparison, the men's version Sillage was very, very strong. So that's like extra strong. And that, in terms of Sillage, stays extra strong for plus 17 plus hours, in some cases 24 hours even. You know, I would smell it. I would put my clothes in the closet, next day open the closet up, and it would be smelling like Versace Dylan Blue. That's how strong the men's version was. So Sillage, so let's rate Sillage as strong and projection as moderate to strong. Now let's see what people are saying about it and if we agree with that. Okay. All right, so we are seeing reviews. Let's talk about the positives. Fresh and fruity scent. Oh, I certainly agree with that wholeheartedly. That is definitely how this fragrance has been built. Clean and pleasant fragrance. Clean, pleasant, yes. Clean, when you typically say clean, you're referring to marine fragrances, fresh fragrances, aquatic ones. So yes, it's clean, but it's not super clean. Great for spring and summer seasons. I agree. This is definitely a spring summer scent. I would say that this can even work early fall. I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's definitely early fall. You know, it may actually work in winter too. Like if you're not nighttime in the winter, daytime winter, daytime fall can work. But yes, ideally this is a spring summer scent. The note breakdown and how it's been engineered certainly give you the vibe that this is a fragrance made for the spring summer months. Certainly. Now, beautiful bottle. Yes, absolutely. The bottle presentation is awesome. So even after the fragrance is done, you could keep this as a decoration piece. You know, some people do that, and I would certainly not mind keeping it as a decoration item in a showcase or something. Relatable shower gels, creams, and shampoos. Well, I don't know what that comment means. Yes, they have a shower gel, cream, and shampoo provided here. Shower gel and shampoo. There's no cream in here. And then it says, what else? It has a nice shower gel, shampoo, body lotion. Yes, agree with that. Definitely smells like shampoo for some people. I'm not sure. I mean, well, you know, there's so many different shampoos, and you know, fragrances may overlap. You might be able to smell a shampoo that smells like this. I'm not sure. Maybe this is from a lady's perspective, so not 100% sure on that one. Instant love for some people. Well, if you like a classic and modern blended together, yes, it can be instant love at first sight, or love at first smell. That doesn't sound right. Okay, good longevity, moderate Sillage. Okay, so it looks like this comment is kind of touching base on what I'm talking about right now. Good longevity. Yes, good longevity is expected. It might be actually very good to excellent as well. It was excellent for the men's Dylan Blue. I think it would be beyond good, very good at the minimum for this one. And moderate Sillage. Yeah, so Sillage, I think maybe this person who's written this is not familiar with maybe they're confusing that with projections. Sillage is going to be stronger for this one, and I think it's going to last longer than what people might expect. Sillage, I would say I would rate Sillage as strong for this one because it's going to sit closer to their body as an eau de parfum. It'll stop projecting after a while, but it'll still, people around you will still be able to detect it. Okay. Now, so given the positive, let me actually read the negatives first, then we'll talk about best use occasions. Okay, smells like shampoo. Okay, another. So this was in the positive section as well, negative section. So I guess smelling like shampoo may be a negative for some people, maybe positive for some people. So I'm gonna say that I have never smelled a shampoo that smells like this. Okay. Yes, there may be some herbal shampoos that smell like it, but they're meant so. It's not a bad thing, I think, if it smells like shampoo. If it smells like a bad synthetic shampoo, yes, it'd be a con. But if it smells like a nice high-end shampoo, nothing wrong with that, guys. Poor match between bottle and scent. I don't know what this is referring to. Okay, so I think what they're trying to say is that the bottle kind of reflects something that's more mature, something that is like a heavy oil, oriental type of fragrance, kind of like Shalimar, something by Guerlain, or like a 1970s classic perfume, maybe Chanel No. 5, something like that. So I think the bottle design is kind of conveying something classic rather than modern. Classic and oriental, and this definitely is not an oriental or super classic perfume. So I understand what this comment is referring to. It's more about the bottle than the scent, but okay, I mean, so I'll consider that like more of a neutral comment, but I understand what they're trying to say here. Not everyone might like this, and of course, well, nah, that's a pretty generic comment. Confusing name for the fragrance. Well, I think yes, for men's, Dylan Blue makes sense. Dylan Blue for women does not make as much sense in the terminology, so they could have named it differently. I think that they have there's a point in there, but that's nothing to do with the fragrance itself. It's more of a package comment. Then generic and forgettable scent. I don't know about that. I don't think it's generic and forgettable. I do think it shares similarities to both modern and some classic favorites, but it's a blend. So it doesn't smell like a modern, does not smell like a classic. It's kind of something in the middle. Described as strong, sensuous, refined, smell like okay. I don't agree with it smelling like a cheap soap. I think it's a little bit more sophisticated than that. Boring, uninspired, uninteresting fragrance. Someone's definitely a hater here. Overpowering and flowery, fruity scent. So it's not a good thing. I mean, overpowering, okay, I get what they're saying, but it is a flowery, fruity scent. That's what it's for. So if you don't like flowery, fruity scents, then this is not for you. Okay. Now, looking at the cons and pros, I definitely would recommend it. I think this is a good fragrance. Best use scenarios, I talked about the season, spring and summer best, with fall and winter, daytimes being acceptable. Occasions, yes. Can you wear this to the office? A little too casual for that. I would say no. And real world experience. When I used Dylan Blue, I wore it to the office a couple of times. People started noticing it, and it did come off as a little bit overpowering to some. I heard comments that it's awesome, it's nice, but it's very strong. And when more than a few people say it's very strong, it means that I need to dial it back down or switch fragrances. So that's what I did. I switched it. I stopped wearing it to the office. Now for a men's version, this feels a little bit lighter, slightly lighter, but I would, out of caution, say do not use it for office wear. This is more like semi-formal party wear, semi-formal or casual party wear. Preferably, this is more of a daytime and afternoon scent. I don't consider this as an evening formal wear type of fragrance. Best occasion would be a daytime gathering, daytime wedding, afternoon party, or casual get-togethers, family visit, family dinner. That'd be awesome. Maybe you could wear this on a casual date, nothing super serious. It's a blend of classic and modern, so makes it very versatile. But in those So it's more of a general purpose scent than it is a specialized scent. It's not a super formal evening wear type of scent, so you can't wear it to like black tie attendances, or like you're attending a very special conference that's like ultra formal. Not really the vibe for that. This is something to be kept between friends, families, significant others. I would wear it in those occasions, and I would avoid office, super formal, and very serious occasions. Weddings would be a great place to wear this type of fragrance, where you need to kind of stand out but not over project after a while. It gives you that nice opening burst. So I think it's a great fragrance overall. I would definitely recommend it for ladies. And that's gonna wrap it up for today. Again, guys, please make sure to like, share, subscribe. Do give us your thoughts and comments so that we can continue making these reviews for you guys. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.